Just a quick interruption to announce a huge giveaway. Tall Timber Productions and our partners are super excited to give away a $2,400 package to one lucky winner. All you need to do to be entered is subscribe to the Tall Timber Productions YouTube channel and leave a comment on one of the Elk Obsession YouTube videos. Check the link in the video description for additional entry options. The winner will be announced in spring of 2024 following the conclusion of the Elk Obsession YouTube series. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video.
Guys, good morning. It's our opening morning here in Wyoming. We got here yesterday afternoon. We went driving into the east part of the unit, or west part of the unit, and ended up finding a bull. We were just checking access most of the day after that. Got to a good camp spot, and started to rain a little bit of a storm last night, but we're all set up, ready to go. We're gonna walk down this ridge this morning, do some calling, do some glassing, just kind of get more of the lay of the land, and then if that doesn't pan out, then we're gonna go check out some more spots. So stay tuned, everybody. Necessarily always looking for a bugle response or cow chatter. If we even hear stick pop or movement in the woods, those are all cues that there might be elk in the area. So this morning I heard some stick pops in that timber, but doesn't seem to be an elk. Are in the woods. Skylight. Don't walk on top of the skyline. We walked downhill all morning, and these guys say that camp is not uphill. It's a couple miles back to the trucks. We're gonna get back, maybe have some food, readjust, and like we said earlier, go see more of the unit. We didn't really get a chance to see the far eastern side, so we'll jump in the truck, do some scouting that way, cover some ground. Full day. It's been really slow today. We made a big loop this morning. Got back to our camp around lunchtime. Ran into some local guys, talked to them for a little bit. They've been up here every day since the season started, and they told us it was slow. Obviously, we take that with a grain of salt, but we're not seeing very much activity, not much fresh shine where we've been. So we got to a good high point for this evening, and we're looking into some good stuff, some old burnt stuff, some open stuff, some timbered stuff. So this is probably one of the better areas that we've glassed as far as big country goes. So hopefully we can turn up some elk, get a little confidence boost before this evening, and who knows, maybe something will pop out close enough we can make a play. We just picked up a bull feeding through this area. It seems to be a 5x5. He kind of threw us off, or threw me off a little bit. His front's curl. He's got real big front, so at first I thought he was going to be a bigger bull than he was, but as far as we can tell right now, you haven't seen any other elk, have you? No. He seems to be by himself, just feeding through, so it's, what we got? 7 o'clock, we got another good hour of glassing in us, but after a long day, long hiking and crickets and not seeing any elk, definitely boost the morale a little bit. What's up, guys? We just made our way across the unit back towards where we said the terrain was a little bit better in our opinion, so we're splitting up right now. We are gonna go glass multiple areas. There's a lot of country to look at over here. So Charlie and Corey are gonna go look off this other side. Hunter and I are gonna look through some of these timber pockets. So I'm really liking this stuff quite a bit more than where we were at. The other stuff had good potential, but I think with how slow it is, talking wise, visually, we just need to start fighting some elk and then be able to make a play. So yesterday we saw that 5, which was nice, but it's not something that we wanted to go after right now. So hopefully we can turn up a mature bull or find some groups of cows that, you know, we think might, you know, eventually the next few days link up with a bull. So we'll keep you posted. Guys, well, I glassed that one spot for about I don't know, an hour, and then like I said earlier, I wanted to give myself time to get out of here. It's a pretty nasty little hole, but there's this little skid trail that when I looked at OnX, it was going to give me another advantage or another view at this good area. So I was like, screw it, pretty much, and said, let's go down here. Came down here, and sure enough, spotted a bull. Check him out. This bull's got to be, I don't know, 320, 330. We'll take a look at him. I wanted to, like I said, I want to get out of here quickly, but all of his points look good. His swords look great. It's just going to be really looking at his beam length, but he looks really good. The spot that we found that bull the first night, and this bull seems like he's a little bit different. Could be the same one. Looks like he just bugled, or he's got his nose up. We're going to go in after him. Once we got to the spot where we wanted to be, and bang, right there. I was like, there's elk. I jumped out, grabbed the spotter because I knew he was getting ready to go in the timber. Charlie's like, it's a bull. Got the spotter up, got some really clean, crisp footage that you'll see. And we had about 45 minutes of daylight. Ran in there, got within 50 yards, 60 yards a couple times. A few things go a little bit differently, and we wouldn't be here right now. We'd be packing a bull. But we got 4 or 5 days left, and I think the plan, or at least right now, the way I'm feeling is this is the best opportunity to kill a bull. So we'll be back. If he messes up, we're definitely gonna get him though. So stay tuned, and we're gonna long ride back to camp on a really nice road that's getting worse every day. But we might stop by a store and get some cold bevies for when we get back to camp. So we'll catch up soon.
Dilemma.
Not a bad problem to have after not seeing any elk for the last 2 or 3 days. Hiking our buns off.
Well,
the good news is, this bull's an evening play for sure.
This one?
No, mine.
Oh, okay, we'll look at it then.
Because 2 times, caught him in the same spot, doing very much the same thing.
Oh, he's the one?
Yeah.
Dude, we've been running around and he's the one?
I told you he had giant swords that day.
This kid.
I
almost got stomped by a cow moose to find this bull. I'm not even kidding. I didn't catch it. Come around the corner of my quad, there's a cow moose and a calf.
Dude, if you would have found him in the spotter that first day.
Me?
Yeah, you couldn't find him on the quad.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Alright guys, good morning. It's about a little after 6. We just got up here to this ridge line that we're gonna walk out. Corey spotted a bull last night from a different location, and this is probably some of our best access. So we're gonna walk down this hill, move in, see if we can relocate him. Very cold night. It's the coolest night we've had since we've been here. But yeah, hopefully it kind of jump starts stuff and we start hearing some elk, start seeing a little bit more movement. But yeah, we're excited. I think we're gonna be in a good spot, and we're gonna be able to make something happen today, hopefully. We'll keep you posted. Alright guys, Charlie wrapped around the drainage and he's got eyes on this hillside that we're on. We're gonna creep through here and do a little bit of calling, see if we can stumble upon these elk, maybe get a response. Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully it works. That would be nice. And just staring at me. And I was like, and all I could see was all the elk coming up. So I was like, stay. In my head, I was like, just stay there. And then finally she just booked it. Well, yeah, she ran down the hill like 20 yards. But then all the other elk, the other 6 elk, the cows, were all looking at us. And we didn't move. And they're like, well, that's weird. And so they all kind of funneled down the hill. And then eventually the rest of them came below. We didn't get eyes on them, but the bull was in tow. So literally, if that first lead cow wouldn't have walked into Corey, say Corey was up the hill 10 yards, they all would have walked right by us, and I guarantee that bull would have been in file with them. So it's just one of those things that you can't help. Corey has a nice bugle, and he got that cow within 3 feet. So we still think they're in this drainage. They're not gonna blow out. They don't want to come up on top. So they're probably just wrapping around, actually closer to where Corey saw them last night. So we'll probably just bed down ourselves here and let it cool off a little bit. And maybe if they're hungry or thirsty, they'll be out later. So this bull is really, really shy. I mean, we're within 20 to 40 yards of his cows for an hour, and he's only bugled like once. And it was really weak bugle for, a bull trying to control the herd. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. It's gonna be a long night, I'll tell you that. We'll let you know how things go after the break. This is sponsored by Lay's Barbecue. Just kidding, don't sue us. But everyone just got back to the truck. That was a pretty gnarly pull out of there. It was about 2.5 hours. We are whooped. Elk got us today good. But for us to even locate that bull, get the opportunity that we got without him responding to us, or we had no idea where he was, we were just guessing, was pretty cool. But still hurts a little, hurts the heart, definitely hurts the legs, but we'll be back. It's only Monday, kids' first day of school today. Happy first day, everybody. But yeah, we're gonna drive out of here. It's probably gonna take an hour to get out of here and get back to camp. Have a good night, everybody. Corey split up. He was on the other side, glass in the other direction. We've been watching animals all morning, and it's a pretty rocky, bluffy area. We heard some like some rocks movement on the other side of where we were sitting, and I just peeked over the edge, and there's a full-blown grown-ass cougar starting to climb up this. We were out on a little point, and he was trying to figure out how to get himself up these rocks. And at one point, he was definitely in bow range for a while. And Corey had just texted me and said that he was walking our direction, which, you know, was about where this cat was gonna come up out of the bluff. So texted him real quick, called him, told him to hang tight, walk over on the edge over here. We just met up. Pretty cool experience, man, to be that close to an animal like that. And he didn't even know we were there, so I mean, I guess we're more cat-like than him. But all our stuff's down there, so we got to walk down and go grab all our packs and stuff, make sure he doesn't snag my fig bars. But alright guys, we got some cool footage that we'll be able to show you guys, so yeah, it's exciting.
The little rut activity we are seeing so far matches with what I'm seeing right now. I got 6 bulls all hanging out together, so let's take a quick look at them, see what we got for size, but looks to be 2 or 3 4 points, and then a couple 5x5. So raghorn bulls, but like I said, the night is young, and this country looks great, so I'm gonna keep at it, and hopefully Kyle and crew are on that herd that we saw earlier.
Alright guys, it's Friday the 15th. It's the last evening we're going to be here in Wyoming, and Corey and I bombed down together, just us two tonight. We're going to make one big play through some of the stuff that we've seen out before. We're going to be a little bit stealthier, running pretty light right now, and the goal is to just try and locate these elk and get in on them. So far we haven't been able to call in anything. We have had 0 responses to our bugling or our cow calls. The only bugles we got were pretty much forced because we were in on these elk so tight that the bull was rounding up his cows to get them out of there. So if we find the elk, I don't know, the plan just kind of depends on the situation. Might just go quiet and stalk in and see if we can obviously get eyes on them first. But last big push, I think we're all pretty exhausted. Legs are pretty shot, but we're gonna do what we can tonight to make it happen. So Hey guys, just took a shot at a bull. We're about to go do our due diligence, try and track this out. Yeah, not an ideal way to end the night, but we're gonna track through this timber. Luckily it's pretty open, so say a prayer and we'll see what happens.
All right, guys. Last night, Kyle and I went in there and we grid searched as much as possible last night with no bow on the ground. So right now we're just looking. I was checking his bow. We just wanted to confirm it's on target and then make a plan for today.
We got back to camp late, transferred video to our phones, and replayed the clips over and over. I was certain it was a clean miss, but I still wanted to check in the daylight just to make sure that I didn't hit that oak. We used the video to retrace our steps. We eventually found the arrow buried in a dirt mound below where the bull was standing. In hindsight, there was plenty of time to range the bull, and I wish I would have. Although I was unsuccessful on this hunt, I'll learn from it and cherish the memories that were created amongst my close friends. I'll hopefully be back to hunt Wyoming someday, and I cannot wait.